All right, ma'am, tell me what the elements of this offense are.
The elements of this offense is that it's punishable by imprisonment for more than
No, that's not what that's not what
Oh.
the elements of the offense are.
the elements. What do you
Yeah.
mean by elements?
In this video, a Michigan court hears Nicole Tubbs' request to represent herself. The judge questions her competency before granting the request. Tensions rise as legal rights and court policies are debated. Here's the interaction.
All right, you can call Ms. Tubbs' case.
Okay. Calling case 2400390201. The people of the state of Michigan versus Nicole Tubbs. This matter is scheduled today for competency hearing. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elena Rozak on behalf of the people, P78815.
William Glenn, P 36794 on behalf of Ms. Tubbs. Ma'am, state your name.
Beneficiary Nicole Tubbs.
All right, Ms. Tubbs, you have a constitutional right to be physically present in the courtroom. Do you agree to waive that right and hold this hearing by Zoom?
I agree.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, I've received a report dated February 13th, 2025, authored by Andrew P. Sheff, licensed psychologist, consulting forensic examiner. Have you both had an opportunity to review that document?
Yes,
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
Do you both agree, stipulate to that being admitted as court's exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that'll be marked and admitted as court's exhibit number 1. All right, and do you stipulate to its findings?
Yes, Sean.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then the court will find that it says opinion. It's my opinion that Ms. Tubbs is competent to stand trial.
Yes, Sean.
Okay, then it says at the last paragraph says, while I recognize the ultimate decision in this matter rests upon a judicial determination, it's my opinion that Ms. Tubbs was competent to stand trial at the time of this evaluation. You both stipulate to both of those findings?
Yes, Sean.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, then the court will sign an order. Is she receiving medication? Is she?
She's in the Calhoun County Jail. I don't know yet.
Ms. Tubbs, are you receiving medication?
No, Your Honor.
No medication? All right.
No, ma'am.
And counsel, are either you aware that she's receiving medication?
I am not aware, Your Honor.
I am not aware, Your Honor.
I don't see any mention of medication here, so. All right, and I'm signing the order finding her competent to stand trial. And do we have a trial date on this matter?
March 17th.
What day?
March 17th.
Okay, so this matter is scheduled for March 17th at 9 o'clock. Has counsel had a chance to discuss whether this matter is going to be resolved or not?
Your Honor, I had filed a notice of insanity to get a criminal responsibility report. I have not received that yet. Once I get that, I'll have a good idea as to whether we're gonna be able to settle this or whether or not we have to go to trial.
Your Honor, I object on that. I would like to exercise my Sixth Amendment right, and I would like to reserve my rights to not be compelled to perform under any contract or commercial agreement that I did not enter into knowingly, willingly, voluntarily, or intentionally. And I furthermore do not accept any liability of compelled benefit under any unrevealed contract of the commercial agreement. And that's under code UCC 1-207. And I have the rights to represent myself and waive all counsels knowingly, willingly, and intelligently. And I would like to.
Right, so you're requesting that you be allowed to represent yourself? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's correct.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna voir dire you with regard to that decision. Would you like an opportunity to speak with your client in the breakout room with regard to this decision, counsel?
Well, she said that a couple of times, but I would ask that the court hold off on that till I get the criminal responsibility. So, you know, once I get that, then if she wants to represent herself, then we can, you know.
Well, Ma'am, do you want to do are you saying you're not gonna do the criminal responsibility evaluation?
I do not need to do any of that, sir.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
That's defamation of character. I will not be doing any of that. And I would like to
You do
exercise
not
my
want, you are requesting that you not do a criminal responsibility evaluation. Is that my understanding, ma'am?
that is your understanding. Correct.
Well, yeah, with the MIDC's policy, I don't know if I can continue as her attorney of record. She has to have standby counsel appointed if she's going to represent herself. That's my understanding of their current policy.
All right, and you do stand by counsel?
No, yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna, would you like to talk with her before she makes this decision?
I could.
I'd like to have you
Okay.
speak with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, ma'am, I'm gonna have the attorney go into a breakout room with you and just talk to you. This is a very important decision. I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it, but I just want you to talk with him and understand some of the risks of doing this. And, okay?
Your Honor, I understand all the risk and I do not wish to talk to him. I have not talked to him in 6 months, so why would I need to talk to him now? Thank you. I pray you
Right,
respect my
so-
wishes.
So just so I'm clear, you're refusing to talk with him, is that correct?
Correct. I understand all the consequences and repercussions in this case.
Okay, all right, then let's, ma'am, we're gonna need you to have you sworn in for you to self-represent yourself, okay? I want to ask you some questions, just so you understand. Can you swear her in, please?
Ms. Tubbs, please raise your right hand in front of the camera where we can see it.
I do not swear in, but I wish to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
All right, then will you affirm?
I
can
am
affirm.
here I'm here
All
to
right,
reserve
let's
my
have you
right.
raise your hand and you can affirm, okay?
Do you solemnly swear to?
No, do you
affirm?
solemnly affirm?
Do you solemnly affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you?
I tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Okay, you have to put your right hand up, ma'am, please. Let's do it again.
That's against my religion, sir.
All right, then ma'am, I'm not gonna have you self-represent you until you do this. So if you're not gonna do it, we're gonna continue the attorney with you, all right? So you tell me what you want to do, Ms. Tubbs. Because until I go through these questions with you under oath, we're not signing any, we're not
But I need to
having
know
you
what oath,
present yourself.
what oath am I going under, sir? I have the right to know what oath I'm going under because I don't go just under any oath.
All right, well, let's have her raise her hand again and you say the affirmation. It's not an oath, it's an affirmation. Raise your right hand, please, ma'am.
Do you affirm?
No, yeah, okay.
Do you affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you?
I tell the truth and nothing but the truth, and I come in as beneficiary of firm.
All right, thank you, ma'am. What's your name?
I am the beneficiary, Nicole Tubbs.
All right. Do you understand that you have a right to have a lawyer represent you in this case?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that I will appoint a lawyer to represent you if you cannot afford a lawyer?
I waive that right.
Huh?
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I waive that right.
Okay. Do you want to have a lawyer represent you?
No, sir.
Can you afford a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the maximum sentence in this matter, Madam Prosecutor?
In this matter, Your Honor, it is
Punishable up to 5 years or a
It's-
fine not.
Ma'am, just wait. Let me speak, okay?
I'm
Madam
sorry.
It would be 7.5 years because the defendant, it's carrying concealed weapon, which is a 5-year maximum penalty, but there is a habitual second offense notice. So that would increase the penalty to 1.5 times the maximum sentence, which would put it at 7.5 years.
All right, ma'am, the maximum possible sentence in this matter is 7.5 years because you are a habitual offender second offense notice. So it's 7.5 years is the maximum sentence. Would you like to talk with a lawyer, with a court-appointed lawyer to decide if you want to represent yourself or not?
No, I would like to represent myself and put in the motion to dismiss.
Okay, so ma'am, first of all, can you give me your educational background?
I
How far
have
have you gone in school, ma'am?
college.
College, okay. And have you represented yourself before?
Yes,
And why do you wish to how many times have you represented yourself?
twice.
Okay, and then what, were those in criminal matters?
One is, yeah,
And what happened with that case?
I got it dismissed.
Okay, and what was the other case you represented yourself, Ms. Tubbs?
I'm actually doing that now. It's for another criminal case, actually.
And you're representing yourself in that case?
Yes,
And why do you wish to represent yourself in this case?
I wish to represent myself in this case because I have learned all the trade secret acts, and I'm fairly fed up with how this courtroom is operating and suing people without letting them know that they are entering into a contract with you all as owning our vessels, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. No one owns me.
All right, ma'am, tell me what the elements of this offense are.
The elements of this offense is that it's punishable by imprisonment for more than
No, that's not what that's not
Oh.
what the elements of the offense are.
the elements. What do you
Yeah.
mean by elements? Because you know y'all
Well,
use double language.
that's the problem. You
Y'all
don't
use
know.
double language here, so I know.
How are you gonna represent yourself if you don't even know the elements of the offense? How are you gonna do that, ma'am, if you don't even know what you have to defend against?
I have to offend against the accusations, the charges.
All right, ma'am, tell me what the rules of, do you know the rules of procedure?
The rules and procedures to this is
Yeah.
that, yes, that a prosecutor, the people of the state of Michigan is trying to sue my corporation. That's correct, right? And you are acting as a trustee, correct? Y'all acting as judges and acting as trustees, correct?
No, I'm elected as a judge. I'm not a trustee. I'm a judge, okay? Ma'am,
Okay, so what?
ma'am,
so
no,
what-
you don't get to quiz me. Ma'am, what, do you know what the rules of evidence are?
Yes,
Okay, tell me what the exceptions to the hearsay rule are.
acceptance of the hearsay. Hold on, I want to write all this down.
I'm sorry. No, I'm asking you. You say you know this stuff. How are you gonna represent yourself?
You got
don't even know what.
acceptance of hearsay, sir. I would like to write everything you're saying down so I can be able to.
Have you ever done jury selections or jury instructions?
Yes, jury, it holds up to 12 people.
No, do you know how to ask them questions?
Yes.
And how to do the jury instructions? All right. Do you know how to preserve issues for appeal?
Yes.
Do you know that self-representation is almost always unwise?
Yes.
Did you know that the first day of law school, they tell us that he who represents himself has a fool for a client? Do you know they tell us that?
Yes.
And so what does that tell you if they say he who represents himself has a fool for a client? What's that tell you, ma'am?
You know what it tells me?
Yeah,
That
what's
you
that tell
all-
you?
You all operate in trade secret acts. So
Okay.
you
Well,
will be
that's
a-
not true, but okay. Ms. Tubbs, would you do brain surgery on yourself?
Why would I do brain surgery on myself?
Yeah, because you'd have a fool for a patient, wouldn't you?
Correct.
So why do you think you can do law if you can't do medicine?
Because I go by federal law.
Okay. You understand you'll receive no special treatment and you can receive no help from the judge during the trial. You understand that?
I understand.
You understand the prosecutor is an experienced trial lawyer who is unlikely to give the defendant any special consideration. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You understand you'll receive no special help from the court staff and you'll be expected to follow the same requirements that apply to practicing lawyers. You understand that?
Yes.
Madam Prosecutor, have I complied with MCR 6.005?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, do you believe that your waiver of an attorney is knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily made
Correct.
and accurately and understandably?
Yes.
Then the court will find that the waiver is knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily made. The waiver is unequivocal. You understand the disadvantages of self-representation, and self-representation will not disrupt, unduly inconvenience, or burden the court. So I'm going to grant your request to represent yourself, ma'am, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Now we've got a jury trial. What's our date?
And I would like the full discovery package sent to me, please, as well with along with the Dr. Chef report.
Can you
And the
get her
oath of
whatever
office,
discovery
please,
you
so I
have?
can know what I'm dealing with. Do you guys
You'll
go
send-
by maritime law or common law?
Ma'am, it's not maritime law. You need to learn the law, okay? I'm
Well,
not,
I
I'm
know
not
it.
advising you on the law. I told you, I'm not advising you. If you don't know what it is, that's up to you to find out. I'm not advising you on anything on the law, ma'am.
Don't worry about it. I know what it is.
Yep, don't ask for any special consideration. You have to perform just as any licensed attorney would here. So if you don't know that, I would strongly recommend you have an attorney represent you if you don't even know if it's a maritime law or not.
It's my right to ask questions.
All right,
'Cause
well, go ahead. As I said, he who represents himself, he or she is a fool for a client, ma'am. Okay? We will have the attorney send you those documents. Madam Clerk, if you can get a standby counsel for this for March 17th at 9 o'clock. Is there anything else we need to take up?
So am I here released?
Yes, you're released.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
But you need to send all the materials to her. And
Your Honor-
also, if we can get her brought here from the jail, Madam Clerk. Okay,
that's what I was going to ask for, is to have her written here. And then another date before the trial date where standby and Ms. Tubbs would be here. Where we would all be on the same page.
well, we're gonna get the standby and do that right away, as soon as we get that.
Okay,
I
We can
request that,
schedule this for, ma'am, don't interrupt me. I don't interrupt you, you don't interrupt. All
excuse me.
right, we'll schedule this for February 19th at 9 o'clock for assignment of a standby counsel, okay? And if you can make sure that she is on Zoom that day, Madam Clerk. Okay, is there anything else we need to take up with regard to Ms. Tubbs' gig? And you, ma'am, just so it's clear, you're under oath, you are requesting that there not be an insanity defense. Is that correct?
That's correct.